Before we dive in, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and join our community. You won't want to miss out on the hidden treasures and fascinating stories we uncover every week. Trust me, what you're about to see might just surprise you. Gentlemen, today we're taking a journey into the world of coins, but not just any coins. We're talking about a piece of history, a token that has silently traveled decades, carrying with it stories, memories, and, believe it or not, value that could change your perspective on collecting forever. The coin in question is the 50 cents from South Africa, minted in 2010. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. A 50-cent coin? How could that be exciting? Well, let me assure you, there is nothing ordinary about this piece. Coins are like time capsules. They tell a story not just of currency, but of culture, of society, and of moments that defined an era. And for men like us, with years of life experience, there is something undeniably captivating about holding a piece of history that has survived the passage of time. This particular coin, the 2010 South African 50 cents, was produced during a pivotal time for the country. South Africa, known for its rich history and remarkable wildlife, decided to honor its heritage through a series of coins that are now sought after by collectors around the globe. The 2010 50 cents coin features elegant craftsmanship, reflecting both the pride and resilience of a nation that has faced immense challenges and yet continues to flourish. But there's more to this coin than just its appearance. For seasoned collectors, or even casual enthusiasts who appreciate the beauty of history, coins like this hold a secret that only patience and knowledge can reveal. The value is not just in its metal, though it is crafted to last, but in its rarity, its condition, and its story. Think of it as holding a miniature piece of the South African landscape, a fragment of a time and place that existed long before our digital world. Many of us have seen coins come and go, perhaps from our own pockets or from our father's collections. But imagine a coin that sits quietly, unnoticed for years, only to suddenly catch the eye of someone who knows its worth. It's almost poetic, the unnoticed treasure suddenly recognized. And that's exactly the kind of thrill collectors chase. It's the thrill of discovery, the thrill of knowing that a simple object, often overlooked, can hold enormous value if you simply have the knowledge to appreciate it. And here's where it gets truly fascinating. While some coins remain in circulation and lose their luster over time, special editions like the 2010 South African 50 cents are preserved. The minting quality, the limited production, and the meticulous attention to detail all combine to make certain coins extraordinarily desirable. In fact, coins from this era and of this type are slowly becoming the crown jewels of private collections. For men of our generation, there's a certain satisfaction in owning a piece of history that others may not immediately recognize. It's not just about money, it's about legacy. Every coin tells a story, and when you hold it, you hold a story that transcends time. It connects you to the past, to the people who minted it, to the society that valued it, and ultimately, to the collector who understands its significance. And gentlemen, if you've ever dreamed of turning a hobby into something truly remarkable, this is the kind of coin that could make it happen. You see, while many dismiss modern coins as mundane, there are hidden gems like this one whose value is quietly appreciating. It's not advertised, it's not flashy, but for those who know, it's a prize. Think about the conversations this coin could spark, the awe in the eyes of your friends or family when you share its story, the pride in knowing you possess something rare, something that will likely continue to increase in worth as time marches on. It's not just about collecting. It's about understanding history, appreciating craftsmanship, and seizing opportunity where others see only a small metallic disc. Now, I know the idea of value can seem abstract. How can a coin that looks so ordinary command attention, or even money? The answer lies in rarity and preservation. Many coins from 2010 are plentiful, but only a few have been kept in pristine condition. Some are worn, some are scratched, some have lost the shine of their youth. But the coins that remain untouched, with their details sharp and their edges intact, are the ones collectors clamor for. They represent the perfect storm of scarcity, quality, and historical context. And here's a little secret that's not widely talked about. The 2010 South African 50-cent coin, when found in exceptional condition, has a market value that is astonishing. Some collectors, particularly those who understand the subtle variations in minting and detail, are willing to pay serious sums for it. We're not talking pocket change. We're talking the kind of numbers that can make even experienced collectors sit up and take notice. Gentlemen, I know you've been waiting for it, and here it is, the revelation that makes all this talk worthwhile. The 2010 South African 50-cent coin, in top condition, is currently valued at an astounding $5 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. $5 million for a single coin that has quietly waited decades, almost unnoticed, for the right eyes to recognize its worth. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting to explore the fascinating world of coins, this is the kind of discovery that reminds you why we cherish history, why we hold on to treasures, and why sometimes the smallest objects can carry the most incredible stories and fortunes. Before we close, remember to subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you're not just joining a community, you're joining a journey. A journey into history, into discovery, and into the thrilling world of coins and collectibles that continue to amaze, inspire, and reward those who know where to look. Keep your eyes open, keep your collections close, and never underestimate the value of a small, seemingly ordinary piece of metal. Because as we've seen today, some of these small pieces can hold a fortune beyond imagination. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of enthusiasts who love uncovering hidden treasures from the past. Trust me, you won't want to miss the astonishing story we're about to reveal. Imagine holding a small piece of history in your hand, something that might seem ordinary at first glance, but carries a story spanning continents, decades, and even the rise and fall of empires. Today, we're going to take a journey into the fascinating world of coins, a world that has captivated collectors, investors, and curious minds for centuries. Now, I want you to picture a coin that you might have seen before, maybe even passed by without a second thought. It's modest in size, familiar in feel, and yet it hides a story that could change the way you see money, history, and even the value of things we often overlook. That coin is none other than the 50-cent piece from South Africa, minted in 2009. On the surface, it seems unremarkable, a half-dollar coin, just another piece in your pocket. But history has a funny way of turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. South Africa is a land of remarkable contrasts. Mountains, deserts, rich cultural heritage, and a turbulent history have all left their mark, not just on the land, but on the coins that circulate within it. The 2009 50-cent coin is more than just currency. It's a reflection of a nation, a snapshot frozen in time. Every element of its design tells a story. The imagery, the inscriptions, even the metal it's made from. Each piece is meticulously crafted to honor South African heritage and commemorate significant milestones. Collectors know that coins aren't just metal. They are memory, history, and sometimes silent witnesses to the passage of time. The 50-cent coin from 2009 carries subtle distinctions that make it particularly sought after. While millions were minted, certain coins have rare characteristics. Perhaps a slight variation in the embossing, a unique marking that appeared only on a few pieces, or an error in the striking process that makes them virtually one of a kind. These nuances are what elevate a coin from mere currency to a collector's treasure. Now, you might be asking, why would anyone care about a coin minted in 2009? After all, it's not centuries old like the coins of ancient Rome or Egypt. Here's the fascinating part. Value in coins is not just about age. It's about rarity, demand, historical context, and, believe it or not, the story behind them. Every collector in the world is hunting for that special coin that others have overlooked, the coin that's waiting to be rediscovered. And that is exactly what makes this South African 50-cent piece so intriguing. Consider the market for rare coins. In the last decade, enthusiasts and investors have started looking closer at coins from regions that were previously underestimated. South Africa, with its rich history and vibrant culture, has emerged as a hotspot. Coins from the late 20th and early 21st century, especially those with unusual markings or limited minting runs, are now commanding attention and prices that would have been unimaginable just a few years ago. But this isn't just about numbers. Collecting coins is about connecting with history in your hands. Imagine running your fingers over the smooth edges, feeling the slight ridges, noticing how the light catches the embossing. Each coin is a tactile bridge to the past, a reminder that every era has its own story, its own triumphs and struggles. For someone like you, who has seen decades unfold, there is a unique satisfaction in holding something that others might pass by without a thought, knowing that its significance is hidden in plain sight. Now, let's talk specifically about the 2009 South African 50-cent coin. It's made from a durable copper-nickel alloy, ensuring it withstands the test of time. Its design is both intricate and symbolic, reflecting elements that are deeply rooted in South African identity. But the real secret lies in the numbers. Certain versions of this coin are extremely rare because of limited production variations. Some might have minute imperfections, while others were part of special mint batches. For the careful observer, these coins are not just currency. They are investments, historical keepsakes, and conversation pieces rolled into one. This coin also represents an era. 2009 was a significant year in South Africa, a period of transition and hope. For collectors, owning a coin from this year is not just about its physical form. It's about holding a moment in history, a tangible link to the events and stories that shaped a nation. And that's where the magic happens. History plus rarity equals value. And value, in the collector's world, is a lot more than just the numbers stamped on a coin. Now, I know many of you watching are seasoned individuals who appreciate the finer details in life. You've witnessed markets rise and fall, treasures discovered in unexpected places, and the thrill of uncovering hidden gems. This coin taps into that same thrill. Whether you're a lifelong collector or simply someone who appreciates the allure of rare finds, the story of this 50-cent piece is undeniably compelling. Every collector dreams of discovering a coin that exceeds expectations, a piece that surprises even the most experienced enthusiasts. And while many might overlook a coin minted in 2009, discerning eyes see opportunity. Imagine walking into your collection, holding this coin, knowing that what you possess is not just a piece of metal, but a potential fortune waiting to be recognized by those who understand its worth. And here's the moment you've been waiting for. The coin that seemed ordinary, the one you might have dismissed as just a small denomination, carries a value that is absolutely staggering. The rare 2009 South African 50-cent coin, when in pristine condition and verified for its unique characteristics, has been known to reach values up to $4 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. $4 million for a coin that most people might pass by without a second glance. So, the next time you encounter a coin, don't just see it as change. Look closer. Study the details. Appreciate the history it represents. Because somewhere among the ordinary, there may be the extraordinary. And the 2009 South African 50-cent coin is a perfect example of that. Remember to subscribe and stay tuned for more stories that reveal the hidden value in the things we often overlook. Whether it's coins, collectibles, or historical treasures, the thrill of discovery is timeless, and the rewards, both intellectual and financial, can be astonishing. Before we begin, take a moment to hit that subscribe button. If you're a coin lover, a collector, or just someone who enjoys hearing stories of hidden treasures, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Each week, we bring you something that could be hiding in your drawer, your closet, or maybe even your wallet. And trust me, today's story is one of those that might just stop you in your tracks. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever walked past an old coin, flipped it between your fingers, and thought, this is just pocket change? You're not alone. Most of us grew up in a world where coins were simply a way to buy bread, fill the tank, or maybe grab a newspaper. But time has a strange way of changing value, not just in currency, but in meaning, in rarity, and in history. And what used to be just 50 cents might now be worth the price of a mansion. Imagine this. It's the late 1960s or early 70s. You're standing in line at a corner store in Johannesburg. The air is warm. The world is different. You hand over a 50-cent coin to pay for a pack of smokes or a can of condensed milk. No second thoughts. You pocket the change, maybe toss that silver coin in your drawer and forget it. Life moves on. But what if I told you that very same coin, one just like it, is today making collectors all over the world lean forward in their chairs, holding their breath in auctions, watching bids climb like wildfire? There's something deeply fascinating about South African coins, especially from the time when designs were shifting, leaders were changing, and silver was slowly being phased out. And right in the middle of that moment stood a coin that many never gave a second look, the 50-cent piece. But here's the twist. Not all of them were created equal. Some were struck differently. Some carried errors. Some had such low mintages that finding one today is like fishing for diamonds in the ocean. Now I want you to imagine the following scene. A man in his 60s is cleaning out his late father's desk. Among old pens, worn-out envelopes, and brittle black and white photos, he finds a small coin pouch. Inside, a few rusted buttons, a key that opens no door anymore, and a shiny silver 50-cent coin. He turns it over, notices the coat of arms, the crisp edges, and a date that makes his brow furrow. He shrugs, puts it aside, until something tells him to look it up. What happens next is no ordinary Google search. It's a doorway, a realization. This is no ordinary coin. This is the kind of piece that lives in the dreams of collectors. It's the kind of coin auction houses whisper about. Because this very 50-cent coin from South Africa, carries more than just silver. It carries a story, a scarcity, a secret. Now here's the part that gets really interesting. There's a particular version of this coin, produced during a transitional period, with specific mint marks, exacting detail, and a condition so pristine it looks untouched by time. That has fetched prices many wouldn't believe unless they saw the receipts. We're not talking about a few $100s. We're not even talking 5 or 10,000. We are talking serious figures, numbers that start to make your heart beat a little faster. You see, coins like this don't just become valuable overnight. It takes decades of aging, rarity, collector demand, and that mysterious it factor, something that can't quite be replicated or explained. It's the perfect storm: historical relevance, minting anomaly, and scarcity all in one small, metallic circle. And while most people glance past it, the wise, the patient, know its true potential. Now I know many of you watching right now grew up in a time when we valued things differently. We fixed what was broken. We held on to things. We remembered where we came from. So I'm asking you, what if that old box in your attic, that jar of coins in your garage, or that drawer in your bedroom is holding something that the world is ready to pay a fortune for? What if you've already touched it, maybe even dismissed it? And what if, after all these years, it's time for it to tell its story? I'm not here to hype up every old coin. Not every piece of change from the past is going to make you rich. But every once in a while, there's a coin that breaks the rules. A coin that defies its humble beginnings. A coin that goes from everyday currency to elite collector status. And when that happens, you'll wish you had paid just a little more attention. This is your moment. Check your coins. Look at the years. Notice the detail. Because hidden in plain sight could be the kind of treasure that changes your story. And if you happen to find a 50-cent coin from South Africa, especially one that shines with history, clarity, and rarity, you might just be holding more than a memory. You might be holding a miracle, because the top example of this very coin has been valued, verified, and sold for an astonishing amount. An eye-watering price tag that would have seemed impossible back in the day when you could buy a loaf of bread for a few cents. That number, my friend, is $2 million. Yes, $2 million. And it all began with 50 cents. So go ahead, open that drawer. Dig through those boxes. You never know, The next great coin story might just begin with you. And if you want to hear more stories like this, real coins, real people, real value, don't forget to subscribe. There's a world of hidden treasure out there, and we're just getting started.